Good day, all. Ira Epstein of Linn & Associates with your SPDR ETF wrap-up for this Monday, the 30th of August, 2021. We're out of the war in Afghanistan, so it changes phases now. Now we leave our troops, they're all gone. A lot of Americans supposedly are left behind. I'm hearing about busloads of people on Fox TV that couldn't get to the airport, and they said hundreds were on the buses and they couldn't get there. How do you get these people out? Well, they're a bargaining chip, I guess. And we'll see if the Afghans do what Blinky, our Secretary of State, says that the Afghans will do, and that, oh, they're going to let them out. We should trust them. Did you see that interview with Martha Raddatz? Look at it over the weekend. I guess we now trust the Taliban. I hope that that is the case and that our people get out, and the Afghans that want to get out as well. No more to be said. I'll let the markets do the rest. But it was a mixed day today, and I expected that. I didn't think it would be straight up in anything. I think that the market's digesting a lot, and it's not about Afghanistan. Now the market is digesting what Powell meant. How the jobs data Friday is going to come out. Will that be the number that's going to be good enough to set the Fed into the tapering, or will it be another wait? I happen to think it's a wait. You know why? I looked at the Dallas Regional Business Index, and admittedly it's back looking, but the COVID's taken its toll. It's got to be the same in Florida. It's got to be the same in Mississippi. These are the states where they're being overrun with the people that weren't vaccinated. Therefore, I'll be the biggest surprised person that you're going to get really strong jobs data this Friday. I could be wrong, and if I am, okay, so the tapering begins. We weren't told when it would begin, but I think they're waiting for a good number. ARK, another update. It's pretty amazing, isn't it, how the market, remember we were talking, you had an island here, this whole area, you had left gaps. It reached down, I said they typically get filled, and it's come back and made a higher high off all that. The pattern on the chart is not that of a trend. You are now into a resistance area up here, so we have to see if the market can do something with that. We also had this take place. Look at this big down day. That's an outside day down on Thursday. When we saw the news from the Fed chair, you took out that high, which often carries you to a higher high. So what's waiting for the market up there? The 200-day average of closes. I'm laughing because the way I teach charting, if I were in a classroom with you, you'd be getting the questionnaire and boom, where's the next resistance? It's right there. You missed it by 12 cents. You might still hit it, but that's what the market's doing. Above that, we have further resistance, but I'm going to repeat myself. We're not really in a trend in this market. We have what we call a vertical price rise. You made a new low, and every day since that had a higher high. Do you see that? There's not one day that broke away. We'll label that a vertical move in the market. Vertical moves often get overbought very quickly. That's what you're getting. Markets had no chance to pause and stop itself in any manner. Apple, is this going to be the breakout in front of their announcements in September of their new phone? Could be. You have to have 2 days in a row for an upside breakout, each in the top quadrant of the day, and each has to be a higher close than the prior. So you have day one. It's overbought as can be. You see that here. It might be an upside breakout. I don't know. PAVE. Well, PAVE is coming up, but I think Biden's done in this deal for a while. I think if he's counting on Democratic support, I think America's running away from the president. I think we're all embarrassed as to how this whole deal was handled. And God forbid there's one American, and we see on TV that he's been caught by ISIS or the Taliban, or anybody slices their head off, kills them in any manner, or holds them as hostages, as we start saying. What do you think happens to the power of the Biden administration at that point and all that have carried on his coattails? This is a big event. You got to pay attention to all that. When you look at XLI, the industrial sector, you can see how the market's been coming up. Higher highs, higher lows, still bullish. I say pullbacks down into the 104 area are still going to be attractive to traders. We'll see. But any move under 103.99 negates all that work, and now you just go into doing that. When I look at the semiconductors, I've hit what was my upside target, and I was quite friendly on this sector for a long time, in a way you're going. PODX, you're still falling down with a reading here that is oversold. In the home builders, you have a lower low, higher high against the upper Bollinger Band. Nothing you can do there. On the energy sector, higher highs, higher lows, fighting at the 48 level possibly. Until you take out 47.95, you assume the trend is still upward and going to be supported on breaks. Same in the emerging markets. I think that the market will find good buying at the 80.39 level, but I think the traders will throw in the towel if it hits 79.84. Targets 81.47 on a Bollinger Band if you can get there. This is the exact number I told you gold would have resistance at, the combination of the 100 and 200-day averages. You're there. What does it do with it in an overbought condition? I see it's in an uptrend, but I think the pro money taking money off the table. Gold miners. Higher lows, higher highs, comes back down, goes back under that 100-day average. I'm going to call the trend up, the bias down, trying to figure out what's the next move. TLT, no trend at all. Higher high, lower low, and overbought. And in the euro, you can see how the market's trying to break out to the upside against the dollar, which means the dollar weaker, if it can continue, and that's questionable being how overbought it is. 110.42 is a possible target wherever that Bollinger Band comes in. You know, one of the things that I know you as traders like to learn from is what can you do to get involved in these markets? Well, if you go to our website, www.iraepstein.com, on the bottom right we have all kinds of free offers. Take a good hard look at those. I think you'll find some of those packages very helpful. I'm Ira Epstein. Have a good day.